Hello, everybody. Today we are going to start a new topic, and that is understanding integers and their real life application. So, before starting this, we need to know what are integers. So, integers are the numbers which can be represented as simple positive numbers, positive whole numbers, and opposite to them, which are negative numbers along with 0. So all these three combinations would represent integers. And coming on to the next, the whole numbers only. Integers are whole numbers that do not include any fractions or decimals. For example, the numbers could be zero point 0.5 or 3 by 2. These are not integers. So what are the integers? So positive, negative, and 0. Here, the positive is the positive numbers which are like 1, 2, 3, 4. These are positive numbers, and negative numbers are -1, -2 till so on, and along with 0. All these set represent integers. These are fundamentally used to represent opposite quantities, like when we go increase or decrease or gain or loss. To represent this, we generally use integers. The next is integers. Applications could be integers in temperature. Whenever you feel heat or cold, in tracking temperature, we consistently move above and below the 0 point. So, above the freezing point, generally at room temperature, we are using positive integer as a temperature, and negative integer in some countries like Russia, the temperature is in negative. And to represent this, we use integers. Weather forecast rely entirely on integers and provide accurate daily temperatures. So also, weather forecastings are using the proper use of integers. The other application would be credits and debits. Uh, all the time we use deposits and incomes or profits that has a positive balance, that is, and negative balance, that is we have withdrawn some money or we have some loss, then we use negative. For example, the bank balance of a person here given is $500 in the saving account, and there would be a overdraft and debt of minus $200. So the total expense here would be minus $200, and the before bank balance was $500. So the total left out money would be $300. Elevation above and below sea level. All the elevations are measured from sea level. So sea level is the fundamental, and above which we are using to represent the length. So here it is given mountain. So sea level is considered as the standard height, or we could say zero height from the land area. So the below is mountain, then sea level, and the cruise ship. Cruise ships are down to the sea level, so they are represented at a more height, and submarines are even more at a more depth than the sea level, and cruise ships. So submarines are given at more height. Next is sports score, winning and losing point. So whenever we have to represent any gain or goal, we use points to track the positive by using positive integers. And whenever we have penalties or loss, we use minus or negative integers. This is majorly used in sports like hockey, football, cricket. Cricket eventually we never use negative in cricket, but mainly in hockey and football. The example given here is golf. So here a score of -2, that is two strokes under par, is better than a score of +1. The negative integer indicates superior performance against the standard. But in the case of football, we used to represent gain. Means if we have done a good performance, we used to represent as positive, and when we have done a penalty, we use it as negative. Navigating modern buildings use integers to quickly locate positions. Generally, ground floor is considered as the zeroth floor, and all the above the ground floor we consider it as a positive, and below the ground, like basement, parking garage, or sub level, we designate with negative integers. A simple example is given here: inventory and stock management. A new ship receive 150 items. So here it is given a new shipment receive. So it is given 150 items. So stock increased by a positive amount, and any sale or purchase indicates minus 40 items. So there would be a decrease in the amount, and at the end of the day, there is left out 110 items, the final quantity of available goods. Absolute value, distance from zero. So absolute value we use to represent absolute value from modulus of x, the magnitude change, but we are none concerned with the directions. So absolute values yields positive result. It is more on the change in the magnitude. For example, the change in temperature we consider. So it is here given temperature rises from -5 degree to 0 degree. The absolute change is 5 degree. Now we are not concerned with the change in the temperature is 5 degree in positive or negative. We are just concerning about the magnitude change. Most of the time, investors often look at the absolute fluctuation in stock prices, measuring volatility rather than just whether it went up or down. So why integers matter? Connecting maths to life. So in Future Math Foundation, we use mastery of positive and negative numbers in algebra until the higher level mathematics. So it is the basic things to study to go for higher mathematics. And problem solving clarity. It is used to describe quantities and complex situations. Also world comprehension. From managing finance to understanding scientific measurements, integer helps us interpret and navigate the world. Thank you.